Hello, hello. How's everybody out there in the wonderful live world? Give me a second and I'll get this video stuff fixed. I thought I already had it done, but I didn't. Oops. Wasn't planning on going live today, guys, but we have a friend in need, and I know if push come to shove, he would definitely be there for any of us. Come on, quit not cooperating. There we go. And let's get that scary looking thing off that way. We need to remove a filter. Oh, that's much better. I'm still scary looking, but you know, without the dark eyes. Hello, Steak. How are you, sir? Hello, Sakino. Merry Christmas, everybody. What a way to be at a Merry Christmas. You know, while we're with our families, we've got a friend in need, and his family is in a hospital, and they are fighting for their son. So, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I'm going to change it up a little here on my screens. Maybe. Is it going to cooperate? Oh, there we go. Now I can see a few things a little better. Sakino, Steak, how is your Christmas going, guys? And Merry Christmas. I am going to try to get this up and out the best I can. Let's see. Bear with me, you all. It's been a minute since I've done this. Oh, goodness. Is it this? Nope. Nope. Maybe. Well, this ain't the prettiest way to do it, but this is going to work. And that's all that matters. So, in case everybody's wondering, I just saw it in my Discord about him asking for help, and I know he's reaching out to, or the mods are trying to reach out to Thunderstash, Gamebird, Paul Gill Network, anybody who can go online who is bigger, obviously, than my page. Let's get the word out, guys, somehow. If you know of any of our streamers that we usually are on with, or any of our fellow viewers, and you have access to talk to them behind the scenes, do so. Let's get some words out here. Nate's family's in need of a Christmas miracle. You know, they've got an older daughter, a younger son, and, you know, with waiting on Aiden to see what's happening. You know, this is where we're at right now, guys. I know my family just prayed. Oh, goodness, Sakino. That's not fun either. Oh, cool, Steak. So, because of the sale and because of your all's generosity, I was able to gift my daughter the download content to Pokemon. I also got a couple small games on Steam, and then because Sakino let me know about the Monster Hunter stories being on sale. I did get 1 and 2 on Nintendo. I'll have to grab my controller to find out what else or if I did anything else. I didn't do a lot. I wanted to keep most of it for groceries and stuff. But right now, my biggest concern is making sure Prime is getting attention. My heart is absolutely broken for them. I know from experience what it's like when your kid's sick and there's really nothing else you can do except sit there and pray. And when you sit there and you pray for too long, your mind does tend to go to the worst possibilities. And that's not what we're here for. That's not what we're hoping for. We're here to uplift them, to do what we can to help, and we're going to go from there. All right. I know, like I said, my family and I have prayed. My husband and I was praying last night, and then, I did a little bit yesterday on stream with you all. We're going to do that again here in a minute, honestly, if y'all are here, and whoever wants to show up. So, but we are waiting to see who and how many we can get online. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Hello, Hero. Yes, if you check his X page out, it's all on there. I also have a small thing up on front of my page here now so that everybody can see it. We're going to take that chat box down on Twitch so that everybody can see it a little better. And we're also going to hide that thingy right there. Can go over there and shrink. So there we go. I'm going to move my little reindeer. That way people can see. Nope, that didn't work. There we go. So hello, hello. Yes, I had no intentions of being live today. But when I see something like this and somebody's in need, absolutely here for it. So, I know a lot of people are with their families. They're not going to pay attention, and that's fine. But we are here to do what we can. So, all right, and I'm going to try one other thing. Like I said, I know I'm not going to get as much as everyone else gets as far as getting people up and on stream and mine pops up live. It's only a few of you. But that is okay. So, what is everybody else doing for Christmas? And Merry Christmas to you too. I'll even get on here and, if we need to do a game stream, let's do it. Whatever we got to do, guys. I am open to ideas and things to do. What do you all think? What do you think is going to get everybody's attention the most? Hello, AJ. Yum. What are you getting, dude? We're doing leftovers. We decided, with my surgery tomorrow, not cooking. We cooked last night, so it's leftovers, sandwiches, salad, whatever you find on the shelf. We're just going to enjoy each other. Well, let's see what's in Nintendo news, because goodness knows I haven't looked today. I am cool with that, though. We can definitely see what's going on. Let me get some glasses on, guys, so I can actually read the screen a little better. That way I don't mistake my words, because, I am slightly getting older and a little more blind. Let's see. Of course, I don't have the insides, news that some people get, as much as I would love to. Oh, I heard something. Give me a second. Fantasy Life is a major DLC today. Ooh, nice. We can talk about. AJ, I'm ready to know what you're getting, dude. All right. Sorry for all the snotty nose sounds. I know that sounds gross sometimes. Let's see. What has dropped today? Let's see. Start shopping. Don't put on the shop on All right. News and events. Let's see if they got anything new here. That was yesterday for tips and tricks and free to play. That was on your switches. Let's see what else we got. All right. Well, here's an editorial. It says, "Happy holidays from everyone at Nintendo Life." So here it is. And this is by Gavin Lane. And here we are once more. It's Yule, Navidad, Christmas, Trimbo. I cannot say all these names on here that he has gone through. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's being a big year for Nintendo fans and the wider gaming industry, and new hardware, a load of new games, even more new versions of old games, plus plenty of challenges, with life's regular ups and downs accompanied by many more on a global scale. Hopefully, you're in the company of friends and loved ones over the holidays, and hopefully, your plans involve some video games too. You know, along with the Home Alone and Klaus rewatches, and eating food and guaranteed to rapidly decrease the air quality in your immediate vicinity. Perhaps you're reading this with a Switch related treat sitting under a nearby tree, or maybe you're all set already and are looking forward to a chilled day with the game or two. Sounds good. Whatever your circumstance as New Year approaches, all of us here at Nintendo Life are with you in spirit and wish you the merriest of Christmases and the happiest of holidays. We'll leave you lovely people with the British Christmas classic. Enjoy. And he has a little video here you can watch. And that is on Nintendo Life if you all want to look it up. Listen here. Here we go. Here's Pokefan. Hi, Roger. Hi, Joycey. Ooh, what you fixing? So, yes. As Pokefan has said, if you have the ability to help Nate out, that would be awesome. If you are only able to, do something as much as pray, wish him a Merry Christmas, do that, guys. Everything helps. Doesn't matter if it's just a well wish or, if it's financially. And if you're able to do financially, please help. I can't, I know what it's like to have to go through with the worry of the bills in the back of your mind of what's coming. So, um, and I mean, just anything at this point. I think even something as simple as a voice clip saying, we're wishing you all the best would be awesome to get to him. I'm sure you could drop something like that on his Discord membership page. But I do know on my Discord there is a section. I'm going to drop that here in just a second. And it has the information that would be needed in order to help him out, as well as his X page, but I know not everybody watches X. So, if you're on my Discord, if you're not on my Discord, join my Discord. Any of my mods on there can absolutely be at in order to help Nate out. I love the fact that my community has taken time away from their families for a few minutes to see that a fellow streamer is getting the help they need when they need it. And now's a time when we really need it. All right. I was a little late to the game of all the posts this morning, and I apologize. I was spending time with my own family and then realized that, hey, I need to fix this and do what I can. And this is the best I know how to do, is to go live. Corey, if you're on here, I see that our achievement guy is locked. can't give us the gold. So remind me later. I'll fix that. It's just not happening today. Sorry, man. I know you're really pushing for that gold. Uh, I'll definitely fix it, while I'm on rest. And keep in mind, guys, even if I can't do a long stream for sitting up or whatever after my surgery, I definitely have a laptop. I'm not afraid to go live off it. May not be able to game off of it, but I can do a quick video to say, hey, how's everybody doing and whatnot. We enjoy that too. And I'm going to leave y'all with a little music for just a moment while I go to the ladies' room. And when I come back, I hope to see some ideas of how we should get this stream kicking off for a few minutes. Like I said, I'm going to be on here for just a little bit, just to see, what we need to do, how we can do it to help out. So, with that said, let me get this up and going for a second. We're going to hit the BRB. PokeFan, I have put that Discord thing up. If you can get some of Nate's information on here, like his PayPal, his Venmo, that would be appreciated. I'm going to pin this to the top instead. And then we're going to go from there. Alright. Sakino, I really appreciate that. My husband's going to do his best to remember to post something on Discord at the very least to let you all know when I'm in recovery. And that everything went okay. And I will be right back. We are live again. I apologize for the wait. Here we go, here we go. Alright, we've got a Miss Kristen on here. Things continue to be life-threatening for our little Aiden. This is Nate's mom. And we need to pray for Aiden and, if possible, help with hotel, etc., please. Miss Kristen, I'm going to let you know now my family has absolutely 100% been praying for Aiden. In fact, before I started this stream, my mom's here, so she's my big prayer warrior. And we absolutely sat in prayer for him as a family, my husband, my daughter, myself, and my mom. And we have reached out to her church community as well. And we have a big group of people praying for Aiden and Nate and the family. And that is absolutely what this stream is about, honey. I know you're heartbroken. I know this has not been an easy day for you all at all. And we're here to help as much as we can. So I'm so glad to see that you came on here and let us know how little Aiden's doing. And like I said, guys, my Discord page has Nate's PayPal and Venmo on there. If you're on Venmo, it's at Nathan, and I always say his name wrong, so I'm going to just spell it J-A-N-C. I think it's pronounced Jance. If I said it wrong, I apologize. There is a dash between Nathan and the last name. His PayPal is a longer list of words and numbers, so that's definitely going to be on our Discord page. If you want to send something like a gift card, you can do that. Looks like through this address. It's 3036 Commercial Boulevard, number 123, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin 54729. That is a P.O. box number. Steak, you're a sweetheart. I know you've given a lot lately, and not just to Nathan. And God bless you, and I appreciate you so much. I appreciate this community so much. We are 100%. The stream is for him. I am not looking to get followers. I'm not looking to do subscribers. I don't want anybody doing that today. I want everybody focusing on Nathan, Yulia, the Prime family. Because, you know, Aiden's in the hospital, but then they've got the 2 other kids too. And I'm not going to share what was said on Nate's private Discord today, but I will say that the daughter is definitely heartbroken. Little brother being sick, so that's hard on her too. So they all need major prayers. You know, mom, dad are just, I know what that's like. I've been there with my own kid. Especially when she was younger, she had a hard time, and it took forever for doctors to figure out why she was constantly running fevers and getting sick. And I didn't have the kindest of bosses back then who understood that I was a single mom. So when I had to miss, I caught all kinds of crap, and it's not okay. Because, you know, when you're a single parent or a parent in general, and you have to spend time in the hospital with your kid, and your boss is asking when you're coming back and more worried about your butt being in the office than they are about your kid, that's a problem. And I had a huge problem with that. You know, that's probably the coolest thing about being your own boss, is you don't have that boss over your head saying, get back to work. But at the same time, then you're the one earning the money without that overhead. So that's a bit of a concern and a worry, and I understand that more than anything. But they need to just worry about concentrating on their kids, being part of that family. So, I did reach out to Eric and let him know that, hey, what can we do? And he told me to do exactly what we're doing. So that's what we're going to do, guys. And I will be here as long as it needs to be. If I have to do a few be right backs to make sure that my family's being took care of as well, I'll do it. I'll be here all day if we need to be. whatever it takes. Steak, I think we have canceled the original and we're just doing direct to him because he's in need now and can't really afford to wait, if that makes any sense. Um, so anyone and everyone who would normally have donated, yeah, absolutely send it to his PayPal, send it to his Venmo. I know he has a Patreon account. I don't know how that works. I'm not part of Patreon. But yeah, absolutely send it. If and he's asked, if y'all want to send out a small card or a small present for Aiden, that's what the PO box is also for. Nobody has to do this, obviously. Nobody needs to feel obligated to do this. But I think this community understands when I say when a child's in need, we're going to come together for this kid. So I'm not saying you have to do anything either, but I know my team, I know my followers pretty well, I think, at this point. Y'all are an awesome group of people, and I know you're going to be there to support Prime one way or another. Like I said before, even if it's just in prayer, you don't understand how big that is. Some people think, well, it's just words. It's not just words if your heart's truly in it and you honestly mean it. That is more than just words. That is you talking to a higher being. In my case, I am a very firm believer in God and the Trinity. And, when I'm saying my prayers, I'm asking the Father for help. And as many miracles as I've had in my own life, I know it's possible, guys. We just have to stand firm. We have to stand, strong in that belief and as a whole. And, it does say where more than one are gathered, miracles happen. So I truly, truly believe that Aiden's got a miracle coming. God's just letting the doctors do the work they need to do, and he's guiding them. Hello, Hope, and Merry Christmas, sweetie. Yeah, I would assume Venmo or PayPal would probably be the easiest too. So Patreon does take a chunk out like YouTube. I thought they probably did. That's why I haven't signed up. Um, someday I'll worry about Patreon and YouTube. Right now, I'm just let's get this miracle out that needs to happen. Phew. And I don't know about y'all, but the South is hot. Kind of wish I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt today. And I hope everybody's honestly having a beautiful Christmas. I know this is all weighed heavy on this community, and that's the one thing I can say about this community, and I love this community for that reason, is you all take this serious. This isn't just a, oh, what do you want to, I don't know how you'd want to say it. This isn't just an attention grabber for you all. This is a way that you all truly, this is what I love about this community. This is why I wanted to start this. Yes, there is real feel in this community, and it's appreciated. We all truly care about each other and try to show it in one form or another, whether it's financial support, whether it's emotional support, whether it's being at every podcast and every online viewing. And goodness knows I've missed a few, not on purpose, but life does happen, unfortunately. Sometimes my medicines kick in too soon and I fall asleep faster than expected. But I love that you all do your best to at least show up and even go in and say, hey, I showed up, I'm here for a few minutes, and then you either stay on stream or you pop off to go, to bed or whatever. Yeah, I was thinking of a card too, Hope. I was trying to figure out how to do that. You know, Nate gave some suggestions the other day. Let me see if I can pull those back up of what he's into being 12 years old. Let's see. That is the wrong way to do it. Well, my brain just ain't working today. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. It was in last night's post. All right. So, little Aiden likes comic books, mostly things like Batman, and he's massively into Dogman. Now, Dogman, in case none of you all know, is a graphic novel for kids. My daughter loved Dogman when she was that age and in school. Um, so I can absolutely say, Dogman's definitely a way to go. Obviously, I don't know what books he might have already, or if he has any of them for that matter. Um, he's into Nintendo games like Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart, and was just getting into Breath of the Wild, which is pretty awesome. So, if anybody's wanting to do small gifts, I'd say something like a Dogman book or a Batman novel. My guess is he probably already has access to Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild and stuff. Yep, you got it, Joycey. And gift cards, absolutely 100%, because that way he can go pick his own stuff out. um, knowing Gutman won the coin set. Yeah, I heard that yesterday that he's wanting to send that for Aiden as well, which I think is beautiful. And if Michael shows up here today, I can always suggest that too. I know Roger has the same access to my Discord stuff, so he knows the P.O. box. There we go, guys. That's what I love seeing this. Y'all are awesome. I see Thunderstash has posted a few hours ago for Aiden and asking prayers from his group as well. And that's what I'm saying. I love this community. Everybody just pulls together for each other, and that's what we're here for, guys. Right now it's not about the video games or the latest news. It's about making sure our fellow streamers and our fellow viewers are absolutely okay. And if you're not okay, that's what we're here for. Or at least that's what my channel's here for. I can't, not every streamer obviously is going to reach out individually or anything like that. But my Discord has a place that if you need prayer requests, put it down. If you need to message me directly, I will answer you as soon as I can and get back to you, I promise. You are welcome to do that if you're needing someone to talk to, especially this time of the year. Don't ever feel you can't do that, because you absolutely can. I have no clue why that did that. But for some reason I guess because Roger's not on here, it had to target somebody. You're gonna get one of those recording cards, Joyce, and yell at him. That's great. That is so awesome. I love seeing all this outpouring and a little bit of laughter there, which, honestly, guys, laughter is the best medicine. I know this isn't a joke at all. What this little boy is going through isn't funny, but if you can make his dad and his mom laugh for a split second, That's going to relieve some of that pent up tension that they're probably feeling while they're worried about their little boy. And, you'd be surprised how much that actually helps too. You're welcome for the idea. Honestly, when you said it, that's the first thing that popped into my head is to get one of those cards where you record something. It's like perfect. And as someone who's had Joycey yell at me, through Discord, it's going to be great. It's going to make him laugh. I know I always get tickled when I see her yelling at him on streams and stuff. In my head, I can just hear her yelling. And it's always comical, guys, by the way. Joycey is by far not a hateful person. She's a very sweet person if you've never actually got a chance to talk to her. Good, I'm glad it's not just me, Hope. I mean, I have a twisted, morbid sense of humor, so, when I see someone yelling at someone else, it could literally just be in my head sometimes of it being funny. It may not always be funny. So. I love it. So y'all can hear me. That's what this group needs. That's for sure. We need somebody who's going to come in here and tell us to pay attention. All right. Let me see something here. Give me just a moment, please. Uh-oh. That's something different. All right. I did not mean to play music. I have yet to play music. Hello, Ryan. Doing wonderful. You think maybe I should play some music, Joycey? I can get something up in the background. Let's see. What can we do here? I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. I don't think we'll get dinged, but that would definitely drown me out. And I struggle enough to talk loud. Yep, that's supposed to be copyright free music, so if it's not, oops. I guess worst case scenario is, if I get dinged, I could always turn around and sing a cappella. They can't ding me for that. Because I could say it's a cover. Ryan, how's France going? You enjoying overseas, sir? And don't know what we need as far as, I forgot what I put in my description, y'all. I might need to fix a few things. Yep, we need to fix it. And I need all right. Let's see if that don't make things just a little better. All right, all right, all right. Let's go. Hit right buttons and do things better would be all right. Yeah, it's been a rough couple days for them, Ryan. The illness, showed the diabetes having issues with the brain swelling. The brain swelling comes down just enough to show that there's a kidney problem now. And a last message also said not only is there the kidney problems that they're trying to figure out, but some fluid has moved from the abdomen to the lung. So he's got a little bit of pneumonia going on. So they're fighting that on top of an underlying infection that they're not 100% sure what's going on there, I think, was my understanding of that last read. But doctors are on it. I mean, they've got him on antibiotics, they've got him on medicines for the kidneys. So we're just praying for a miracle. And I know God's big enough for that. It is top one. So he has a form of diabetes that unfortunately cannot go away with a weight change like type 2 can. And juvenile diabetes is just very hard on kids anyways, because it's a new life for them. That's a new way of restrictions of things they have to do to make sure they stay healthy. And they don't just do it through their childhood, they have to do it through their whole life. So definitely we need to make sure he gets all the support he needs. Yeah, it is definitely very different, Pokey. You know, when I was a teenager, I met a kid who had juvenile diabetes at a church camp, actually. And there's a lot of things he had to miss out on because his uh, diabetes didn't necessarily allow him to do certain things because they still were working on controlling it a little better. Um, in fact, this was one of the first times his family had let him go anywhere since he'd had it. So it's just something we've got to, make sure kids understand that they're loved. It's okay. This doesn't make him different. It's just a thing he has to go through. I think the worst of juvenile diabetes is, especially with the cost of living, the economics, um, the diet he is going to have in order to be okay and to keep his sugar levels kind of normal. That's going to be hard, because that's going to be a whole change, not just for a kid, but you're going to want to probably do it for the whole family just to make it easier. Because if you're just doing one diet for one person and then you've got four other people in the household, that's a lot. I know from my own personal stuff that any diet changes I've had to make with my own problems, um, we've been trying to implicate it or implement it to the whole family because if you don't, then you think that couple $100 bill for 1 week of food is a lot. Try doing it for two different meals. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take this down temporarily. It'll be back up again here shortly. And want to see what everybody's thinking, how you're doing. You know, Merry Christmas, Joycey, and thank you for being in the background, lurking a little bit and occasionally, being able to pop up. You be safe. Merry Christmas to your family. Hope you all have a beautiful evening. I don't know how long I'm going to be streaming, but I will be here for as long as I've got people in the chat. Or I'll try to be, anyways. So, like I said, y'all, this wasn't a planned thing. I saw the news and I was like, okay. I know everyone else has family stuff going on too. Um, but my family gets it. They're like, go for it, do what you got to do. His family needs this. So, we are here, we are live. Don't know that we're totally kicking butt and taking names, but do something fun. Always got to do something fun. So, Merry Christmas, Legend, and I did see your message on Discord. I wanted to let you know you are so welcome, and I'm so glad you're part of this community. I love that we can all kind of laugh together, maybe even cry a little bit together. All right. Man, I wish people wouldn't show pizza on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. It makes me want pizza. All right. You know, what I was saying earlier, Ryan, if we hit 80 subs, great. If we don't, that's okay too. I'm not on here for subscriptions today. I'm on here for Prob's family. Um, I did a little bit of song yesterday. And of course my voice was very shaky. I have not practiced at all today, so my voice would definitely be rough if I started now. And I'm a little stiffy. Just a little bit. So, but it has been, we've had a blessed day. I really I want to make sure that, you know, Nate knows that everyone's here and we'll do what it takes. Um, I'm reading the end of this post he put out 6 hours ago talking about how he hopes everybody has a Merry Christmas, and 1,000% you do not need to feel obligated to help. Um, he just wanted to make that clear. He knows it's going to be a huge struggle, not just for them, but he knows it's a struggle for everyone else as well. But for those who do help, thank you in advance. More than anything, they just want their little boy home with them, and that's obvious. That I don't even think that needed said. We all know that's how he feels. I think anyone who has a loved one sick this time of year, especially, that's exactly what they want. They want their family home. They want everybody as healthy as possible. Um, it's not just during the holidays, but that's when it seems to be the most obvious to everybody. So, we're all praying for that. We're all here cheering Aiden on. We want to see that little boy get up and smile. I know they've got him on medications to kind of keep him calm and still, and so he's not really communicating right now, so they're not sure if there was any damage to his neurological stuff with the brain swelling and everything. He did speak a few words, as was said on post 2 yesterday. But then they found the other problems going, and in order to keep him from, possibly being up and a little rowdy or whatever, because kids get frustrated when they're in the hospital and they're sick. They don't want to sit still. They have somewhat sedated him. They haven't, put him into any kind of coma or anything like that. It wasn't read that way. But the end of Nate's post says, thank you all in advance. He'll update when he can. And remember to tell your family you love them. And he doesn't wish this on anyone. And none of us wish this on anyone. We all know that illnesses in children is hard, no matter what it is. So, whether that loved one is a adult, a elder, it's not going to be an easy time for anybody. But 12 years old is very young. That is a short time. It's barely over a decade old. That is short time lived. And we're all standing in belief that he's going to pull through this, and we're going to hear a happy ending about it. Me too, Sakino. All right. I don't need to see the hateful news stuff. That can wait till tomorrow. Let's see if we have any news from anything else. It looks like only the news stuff's really reporting, and it's all the hateful stuff. Go figure. We don't want that. Not watching that today. You're not wrong, Ron. Some illnesses will take months or years to heal from, depending on what it was, what caused it. Yeah. I had the really bad car wreck in 2005, and I still have some ramifications from it. Um, especially when it's cold. You know, that old arthritis kicks in really good. Um, some things you learn to just adjust to. And there's nothing wrong with that if you just adjust to it. The scars are a reminder that life is short. So the scars used to be a huge embarrassment for me, and they're not anymore because, I see them now and it's like, when something's really getting to me, I'm tougher than I look. Um, and that doesn't mean just physically, it also means emotionally. And I'm a survivor, no matter what it is, unless God says it's your time, I'm going to push through it. Doesn't matter how much the scars are. All right. Amen to that hope. All right, well, I need to go. Going to the in-laws for Christmas. Hope everyone has fun and safe. I hope you have a beautiful day. Be safe. And Merry Christmas. Thanks for stopping in. Hey, Legend, that is perfectly fine. Do not feel you absolutely have to even do anything, hun. Most of this is just to let people be aware that we've got a friend in need. Um, even if it's a small card that you decide to send to him, there's a P.O. box number. And tell you what, I'm actually going to copy that and put that on Discord as well under announcements. So if you all want to send cards, y'all can do that. My guess is you could also, you know, I assume Aiden's last name is Jance. Um, if you're not sure, and since I'm not sure, um, you could probably even put on their Nintendo Prime family in care of for Aiden. Or, Nintendo Prime family, and then underneath that, say, for Aiden. I know Nate would, absolutely appreciate it when Aiden wakes up and is able to think and see. He's going to love seeing all the support, guys. So, yeah, Legend, absolutely. You win or if, that is fine. Prayers are absolutely the most important thing right now. You know, for those who can financially, do it. If you can't, you've got to make sure you have enough to get by on to and to be able to live on. Nate 100% understands that, guys. Yeah. And being bullied at school is definitely not easy. I know as a girl, it definitely wasn't easy. I could only imagine being a boy uh, and getting bullied and pushed around. That's got to really mess with the psyche of a young man. A little bit because that puts a sense of hopelessness that um, girls may come out of a little easier sometimes, not always, but for a boy not to be able to feel like he can defend himself, that's a struggle. And I could, as a tomboy, I could totally imagine how that would be, much less to be an actual boy to, get pushed around or verbally beaten down consistently. Yeah, parents need to do better of those kind of kids who are the bully and don't think their kid is, you know, able to do something like that. Bullshit. You're actually the problem as a parent. I'm going to call y'all out on it. You need to do better about raising your kids, and kindness matters. If you see someone else who isn't the same and maybe thinks differently, acts differently, you need to teach your kid that they don't necessarily have to pamper or baby that kid, but you also don't have to be a total little dipshit either. And trust me, my kids saw enough of those kind of kids that I would have took on some parents if I could have. But school systems. I'm so glad I pulled my kid out and homeschooled her. And I 100% am behind homeschool parents who have the ability to do that for that reason. It's not cool to watch your kids get pushed around and school systems do nothing because, bullies have rights too. Yep, they also have the right to have that mouth smart a little bit when they step out of line. But I'm going to get in trouble for violence, so we're going to leave it right here. All right. You know, I can say this much. I grew up in a time where we were allowed to defend ourselves. Um, as long as we didn't start it or throw the first punch, if we had to swing back, we didn't get in as much trouble as the bully themselves. We were not suspended usually. Sometimes there would be like a written write up to go in your record, but there was usually a note as to why something happened. Uh, it especially helped if you always followed up with a teacher or a guidance counselor ahead of time to say, hey, I'm being pushed around a little bit and I'm worried about if I have to defend myself, what happens? Um, and I was told on two separate occasions that, hey, as long as I didn't start it and I didn't instigate it, not much would happen to me as much as it was going to happen to them. So, and I was at least nice enough to let my bullies know that you're not going to like the outcome. Schools now, yeah, they don't allow that at all. Um, schools now support everybody getting in trouble regardless of the situation, which I think is wrong, very wrong, because it has given bullies power that they didn't have before, and I think it needs to go back the other way. It really does. I used to be told when I'd let her teachers know that if they didn't stop it and stop allowing these bullies to pester my kid, that I was going to teach her self defense and they were not going to like the outcome of it. And they're like, well, you can't do that. I said, the hell I can't. You hide and watch. Because I will. I was an older sister, so I was very much used to defending my siblings. Thank God I never had to do it physically at school. It's not to say it didn't occasionally happen with family. Um, but for the most part, I was big enough back then, and athletic enough back then. Most people didn't mess with me. They all thought my bite was as bad as my bark, and it was, but I never had to prove it. Thank God. Sometimes wonder if my childhood and age is similar. We both. Charles, I think we kind of had the same situation. I was a loner in school. Um, I didn't understand the kids my age, to be truthful. I was an older sister. I was, a country kid who didn't live around most of the kids that we went to school with. By the time I went to this one elementary school, they had just closed the elementary in our little neighborhood area. So we'd got put into another district's school system. And so a lot of the classmates and stuff I went to school with were in the next district over. And so we were a little bit of outsiders in their eyes. And we got picked on because of it. Also, my mom was not originally from the area at all. My dad was, but nobody really saw it that way. So we got picked on quite a bit. We also were not in daycares and stuff, so we didn't get the socialization with anyone other than family. I don't know how much of that made a difference, honestly, but our upbringing versus some of the kids' upbringings that we went to school with was totally different. Um, and it showed. Some of the kids thought we were quite snobbish, even though, um, we were wearing hand me downs and had equal things going on in our lives. My parents were just better at hiding things, and so we didn't 100% know everything. Um, but, especially through high school, my best friend was my little dog. If I wasn't in school, I was at home with doing my homework or helping my grandma at her country store. Occasionally, I'd stop in and help mom with her after school childcare program, but my brother and sister did that more than I did. Um, but I preferred to be home and with my animals. And if I wasn't there, then I was with my aunt and her church group. So I didn't really hang out at the mall and do the party stuff, and that just wasn't my life. It never has really been my life. Yeah, see, Sakina, that's not okay. Hey, that's a fun club to be part of, Charles. I'll gladly take it. That's why I don't remember which account it is. Maybe it's this account that talks about I'll push back against bullies. And that's why, because I was picked on as a kid. I know what it's like. Um, yeah, it's this one. My ex account, I have on there about fighting back against bullies because, you know, bullies are just buttheads, honestly. They have a lot of self-doubt, and they take it on everyone else instead. So, I have no patience for a bully. All right. Tell you what I'm going to do, guys. I'm a little hungry. I'm going to go heat me up some food, and I'll be right back. And if y'all can decide on what kind of game I should probably stream, I might go ahead and stream a game while we're here. Just make sure nobody's bored. I don't want nobody bored. Hey, Charles, by the way, what are you doing for Christmas today, sir? Are you with family or are you just hanging out? Sakina's like, let's go ahead and start Monster Hunter stories. I'm never going to get my backlog done. I love it. It's awesome. I did ask that question though, so I can't complain. Well, let me grab some food. I'll come in here and I'll grab my Pro Controller on the way back in, and let's see what we can do about that. How's that sound? And I'm glad you're on here, Sakino, because I'm probably going to need help. Alright, be right back, guys. we are back. Oh, let me turn this around. I cheated. I got the last of the leftovers. Did you... Hang on, guys. Hang on. We're trying to get the house stuff done. Did you fluff it out and then shove it in? Okay. I had to disinfect the bed for tomorrow's surgery. What's going on? What a miss. I haven't eaten yet. I just brought the food in here with me. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. It's gonna be that kind of day. What a miss, what a miss, what a miss. Fight a beaver. That's awesome. You know, I still have a bunch of games in my wish list too that I eventually will get. Just ain't there yet. And still debating on if I want to double buy the Hogwarts Legacy and go ahead and get it on Switch 2 or not. Right now it's a not, but it's a debate. Alright. We are looking. Oh, y'all, Paul Gale's live if you want to jump over there for a second. In fact, I'm going to listen to him. All right. So we will sit here and listen to that while I see what I need for the other game. There we go. And I need to shrink my video down a little more so y'all can actually see that background. All right. So, yep, we did Monster Stories 2. That was where I got the Daughters DLC stuff. Dun, dun, dun. right. Ooh, that went down wrong. Woohoo! Boo! Let's see. I know what I'm looking for. Love it when they do that.
Okey-doke. You want me to get that out of the dryer? I can get it.
Mom, let him do it.
Why?
My mom back there giving me a hard time, y'all. I do. All right. Oh wow. I love it. Paul Gales. Excuse me. Ooh, that's loud. In my ears. Ooh, let's make sure we turn that down just a little bit. Yep, yep, yep. It's crisp, so Dada. Woo. Woo. Sorry, I'm a little slow, guys. What do you have for dinner? Leftovers. It is green beans. There was a chicken pasta Bank Stouffer's had, and a hamburger bun because I didn't want to open a new pack of rolls just for one meal. Pizza is awesome. Pizza's always awesome. I agree. Salmon pie. How would that work? You gotta explain that one, Charles. What's in a salmon pie? I have never heard of a salmon pie. And I like salmon, so. Well, there's Mr. Inyart. Hello, darling. Hmm. All right. It'll take me a while to eat all this. I purposely fixed what was left of it in a big bowl so that if I started to get hungry sitting here, I had food. And truthfully, I was not planning on, streaming at all today, but I think this is for a good cause. And thankfully, I have a family who 100% understands. If this was just streaming to be streaming, we wouldn't be on. All right. English, yes. My age verification. Now, that's just not right, guys. Fine. Y'all kind of already know my age anyways. Woo! Man, I wish this microphone was extendable. Daughter's in there singing. Y'all are missing it. Oh, those ingredients sound good, and yet my guts say no. All right. Sorry, I'm also watching Paul Gill Network, and Boo Minnie just did another $5 gift. I think that's 4 times for her today. Oh my goodness. I'm not gonna lie, Charles. I used to love pot pie, whether it's turkey, chicken, salmon. Well, I've never tried salmon. That would be a lie. Uh, Turkey, chicken, beef was the one they did here. I think it's because we somewhat always bought them pre-cooked that I got really burnt out on them. I have never had a homemade one. That is something I would love to try one day. All right. Can we see what we got going now? Excuse me. All right. What do we say that we yeah, I can cook Sakino. I don't like to cook. I'm one of those like I can do it if I have to. Fine, twist my arm. I don't like to. I think part of that habit came from um what's the word I'm looking for? Well, one, mom didn't really learn to cook till she met dad. And even though dad had all these amazing recipes, they both worked a lot. So neither of them really took the time to make a true home cooked meal. Gotta fix that switch. So, it's one of those things. I'm not dissing either of my parents because when they did cook, oh my gosh. With the exception of a few things. Very few things did I ever stub my nose at. Snub, not stub. Stub is if you hit your toe on something. Anyways, um, yeah, very few things I ever snubbed my nose at. I was a pretty healthy eater. I am a picky eater, depending on what it is. I'm not a fruit eater, for example, with the exception of the occasional sweet apple. It has to be sweet. If they're sour, I don't like them. And I love pineapples. I will drink, I'll squeeze the snot out of a lemon to get the juice. Um, or certain oranges, again, love the juice, cannot stand the rest of it. All right. I'm not changing anything on that. I might change it later. We're going to use whatever. It is what it is. Got a little cat walking across the screen. But yeah, you know, I can follow directions on any kind of recipe. Not a problem. I also tend to fudge them a little bit on purpose. Make it my own thing. And then on some of my own recipes. Ooh, that's pretty.
In ancient days, now long ago, lived those who learned to bond and grow with any monster they should know. The people then would call them so. Riders. Those who forge bonds with monsters.
You know, Miles did not bother me in Metroid. I don't know why people made such a fuss about it. Mind you, I'm still stuck at the boss. Oh, he got an egg. Run, kitty, run. Uh-oh. He messed with the wrong dino. Dragon. That was a dragon. Uh-oh. Nope, 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 nope. Woo! Oh, he's got his own ride, huh? That was cute.
Wait up! Hi! Hey there!
Well, I'm a little more convinced with this than I was my 3DS game. 3DS wasn't so convincing in the beginning. I was quite bored from the start. Oh, it makes me wonder. I need to change the description. Right there. Let's re-update that now. Alright. Press any button. Is it any button? Alright, what are my options? Camera, cutscene, sound, display, control. I think we're good on all that. Oh, okay. Battle against other players currently unavailable. I wonder why. Wonder if it's because I haven't really started. Update. Cool. We got that update.
When
yeah.
darkness is born and black dread spreads with fright,
Nice.
the savior we seek shall respond to our cries. Astride a white dragon they'll take to the skies. Then blight will recede, and the light will live on. With Rider of Monsters. And Champion of Bonds.
All right.
Hey, you two! Over here!
Lilia, you know we're not supposed to be here.
I'm
Uh-oh.
sure it was around here. I found a monster. You two do want to see a monster egg, right?
I guess.
Ooh. Don't tell me you're scared.
What? No way! I'm gonna be a rider next year, and riders aren't afraid of anything. Whoa!
So whatever
Look
that
at
was.
you jump. So, you're not scared, huh?
I'm not scared. I just tripped, okay? Huh? What's this?
Oh.
Hey, come on, Slowpoke.
Don't give
Let's
me
go
any
find
spoilers,
that egg.
Sakino.
You're not afraid, right?
I had to remind my
prove
daughter
it.
last night not to show me her download content. It was cute.
Okay, let's go.
That's the spirit. Let's split up and search. If you find the egg, whistle.
Oh, we're
Then
doing
we'll
that
meet you
whistle.
there.
Okay.
Okay?
That might make my dogs bark. So which one are we? Oh, well, whoever then, I guess. We're the one that doesn't have a name. That's not an egg. That's an apple. Ah, paintberry. Interesting. We don't want to investigate that. Pretty sure. Another paintberry. Flower. What's that plant? I get done investigating because I'm nosy. Oh, we got honey.
Hey there.
How there can be so many hot eggs? There are no eggs here. Really an egg right here? Who knows? Find out in a minute. Or honey. Probably whatever that mushroom is. Alright. Uh-oh, somebody found it. Wait, I'm going back there anyways. We'll get that in a minute. I want that. somewhere? I didn't see it. Oops. Unique mission. Oh, goodness. Running.
Hey, over here! Look up there!
Ooh, nice.
Wow, it's so pretty!
I wonder what's inside.
I feel like I've seen it before in the Monsterpedia. Oh, let's hatch it and find out!
But we can't. Only a rider with a kinship stone can do that, right?
So, let's become riders then.
Become riders? How are we supposed to do that?
Here! We'll do the rite of kinship ourselves. First, hold up your kinship stone.
These are just regular rocks.
Hey, pay attention.
Bossy little thing, ain't she? Well, hello, Mr. Inyart.
This is a sacred ritual.
Whatever you say.
Next, we formally introduce ourselves. Now, tell the egg your name.
Well, hello, Mr. TV Guy, and thanks for the subscription. Merry Christmas. I've got a pretty big mouth, that'll work. Whoops. There we go. Why not?
Oh, sacred kinship stone, bind thyself to this young spirit.
Yeah, that's a cool coincidence to have a game come out on your birthday. I prefer physical on games I know I collect. On this case, digital was fine with me.
Rebirth is nigh. Now unleash your cry.
Rebirth is not. We got nothing.
No good, huh?
Well, it's not like it was the real ritual.
Like he said, it's just rocks. What of Los? Oh, hang on. So Nate recently reposted his post about, you know, any and all who can help. Just thought I'd let y'all know that that's definitely out there. What else did they say? So yeah, if y'all have things you want to send for Aiden, again, the PO box is on my Discord. I do believe Discord is at the top. We are also keeping Nate's PayPal and Venmo posted. If for whatever reason you're struggling to get that to work, you know, reach out to me and let me know. I'll definitely make sure we get it fixed. I do know that he knows that everybody on the stream's pulling for him. I spoke with Eric briefly through X, and he has let Nate know that, you know, everybody's praying and doing what they can to help out. And again, if you do not have the means to help out, don't feel obligated to do so, guys. He understands that. We all understand that there's things going on in people's lives. So don't anyone just feel like you have to donate. But as a community, I do ask that you all pray. You know, if you can send a card for the little boy, absolutely send a little card for him. That'll make his day when he wakes up.
Whoa! We really hatched the egg!
Uh-oh, that's not going to end well for somebody.
Watch out! What's it doing?
Right, Charles? I'm there with you, man. My backlog is ridiculous right now, and it's not just Switch and Switch 2, it's also PlayStation, Wii U, Wii. Some of my GameCube games I haven't played in a while. I got a pretty big backlog.
Oh, Ratha thinks you're its mama. Don't you, Ratha?
Oh, we've already named it. Okay.
Ratha?
Ratha. Ratha the Rathalos.
That's original. Jeez. Now I'm in recovery. I was supposed to be playing Clair Obscur. So, just so you all know, that's probably what I'm going to be streaming if I get a chance to stream. It's going to be Expedition 33. Alright, progressing story. Select story quest in the camp menu. I remember doing that on the 3DS. what's happening in your adventure so far, you can also get hints on what to do next. Keep an eye on the map when you're unsure of whether to go next. The orange object marker shows the location of your next major goal. Look for people with speech bubbles above their heads. Red bubbles mean they will advance the story, and yellow bubbles mean they will have something to say. Cool. That's a tutorial. Alright, Hakuma Village. That's assuming I'm saying village names correctly too. I am very bad about not knowing how things are pronounced. Ratha is a good friend. Aww. Oh yeah, definitely backlog. I really want to find the Elgato old HD card with the cable that comes with it for the GameCube. It would be awesome to not have to wait for the NSO on everything. I mean, I don't have as big of a, you know, disc set that I would like to have. But I still have some games I could be playing that NSO haven't put out yet. Let's see what our little dragon's doing.
Aw, little baby
Aw.
still can't fly properly.
He's pretty big for a baby, isn't he?
Hey! You little brats! You
Uh-oh.
broke the rider's code and entered the forest? Punish-
What? You're finally home, Cheval. I was so worried about you.
Mom, I'm really sorry.
You even caused trouble for Dan. Go and apologize to Chief Omna.
Uh-oh.
You'll do that, and then come straight back for dinner. I'll be wait.
What would you have done if a fully grown Rathalos had shown up? Oh, just thinking about it sends chills up my spine. You were in real danger.
Oh, he's not a drama queen at all.
Right. We're going to see Chief Omna. You three, follow me.
Uh-oh. No, that's the bridge.
Well, well.
I guess we follow him and he stops there. That's not really doing your job, dude.
Well, the children are safe and sound. There's no point getting tightly wound. They'll have more than enough time to reflect upon their heinous crime.
If you say so, Chief.
I'll let you off on this occasion, though your actions were rather brazen.
So we're speaking in rhymes. Nice.
But if you break the code again, well, it's best I don't explain.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chief Omna.
Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho! I think you already know. And yet, I cannot help but nod. What has happened is rather odd.
Yes. No one's bonded with a monster without a kinship stone before.
The kinship stone surely does its part. Bonds rider to monster, heart to heart. The purity of the child's soul resonates and makes them whole. Though still young, you have potential to become a rider most influential.
You've got potential. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Hey, don't go getting ahead of yourself.
Yes, sir. Huh? The alarm. Come on, we need to go.
Uh-oh. Oh, big O. That's not good. Some sort of miasma? Okay, even though I know it's evil, it's pretty. Nargacuga? Is that what he said? Kind of looks like a griffin. Fire breathing, man. Oh no. The baby dragon.
He was just trying to protect us.
Mama. Why? Why did this happen? I'll never forget.
Uh-oh. One year later. This is gonna be nice. Year has passed since the Nargacuga's attack at Halcom Village. It's slowly rebuilding back to its former glory. Today is the day of the rite of kinship. It's the final step to becoming a rider, but what will you have to do? Amazing, you're gonna be a rider. That's so mega ultra cool. I'm gonna be a rider too. I'll do the one awesome pose and shout out. But what about the loss? I don't know if I said that right. What was his name? Oh yes, Cheval. He still does not quite see himself. Well, he lost his entire family. Of course he's not himself. I mean, he's still just a kid, although I did hear he became a rider recently.
This is the day, huh? You finally get to become a rider. Your lifelong dream is coming true. You're going to do the rite of kinship and become a true rider, right? I still don't know what I want to do. I don't really want to be a rider. There must be something only I'm gonna give it a bit more thought. Oh! Cheval! Congratulations, Cheval! With your kinship stone on your hand, you look like a real rider now. Sleepyhead here is about to undergo the rite of kinship now. What do you do to forge a bond? Won't you tell her?
Bonds? I don't believe in them anymore.
Cheval, wait! I wanted us all to celebrate you guys becoming riders together. We haven't talked much since the incident a year ago. If one of us is missing, it'll feel weird. Come on, it's gotta be all of us together. He's being so cold. Well, I guess it's time to go. Chief Omna is waiting for you in the Hall of Rites. I'm sure you're going to be a fantastic. I'll be with you every step of the way.
I wonder how Reese would react if she'd heard that.
Hi.
Oh, I guess we're going here. Red door, still having fun on my end, and y'all. This y'all's getting a little tired.
Ah, there you are.
Glad I
Today's
can
young star.
make you feel good, Sakino.
A year on from that fateful day. Upon reflection, let me say, your bonding with that Rathalos puts you amongst the Monsty pros. As a rider, you have the right stuff to grow and learn and be super tough. But there's still a lot to do to make a rider out of you. The greatest riders never rest in their fight to be the best.
Like me, and I'll be there to help out whenever you need. You hear?
No ego at all, huh?
But first, there's something we must do. The rite of kinship awaits you. For this, there is something you need to allow your potential to be freed. The rider's symbol, and ours alone. The Bond Forger. The Kinship Stone. By this stone, your hearts are bound. And with your Monsty, kinship found.
Monsty! I thought of that. A monster who is your bestie. Get it?
Each stone is special, one of a kind. Keep yours close to heart and mind.
All right, now check out over here. These are monster eggs. If you manage to hatch one, it'll be your Monsty.
Now hold up high your kinship stone. An egg will hatch, and a Monsty be known.
I definitely probably ought to share this with daughter. I think she would really like it.
Now then, shall we? Oh, sacred kinship stone. Ha! Show us your power! Party, mato, kasi, paye, mate, la, shi, mate. Rebirth is nigh. Unleash your cry!
On the socks, the egg just started moving. That's awesome!
Hi, Steak. How are you enjoying your day, hon?
A lively egg. It's really quite the powder keg.
Look! Oi! Don't just stand there! Get after that egg!
That really hurt.
Uh-oh.
Hey! Who the heck are you? Oh, I'm forgetting my manners. I should introduce myself first, huh? I am a wandering feline hero. Name, Bending.
Name Bending. There you go. I need to finish Metroid 2.
Why? You messed up the ritual.
Also, not number 2.
Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was just walking by and exactly then saw this exceptional egg.
Oh, he was
What
going to
you're
eat it.
saying is-
Nice.
Heroes never get hungry.
Look, we're kind of doing a ceremony here, so get lost. Shoot, shoot.
That's rude, dude. Just who do you think you're talking to, huh, pal?
That's quite a spine on this feline. Now what to do?
Yes, sir.
Marvelous. Now here's the deal. First the ritual, then your meal.
Food? For real? Aw, you're the best!
He's angry. I'm hungry. I know how he feels sometimes.
Sweet! Then it's settled. I'll stick around and lend you a helping paw. I've navigated all around the world, so I know lots of useful stuff. And since I'm so knowledgeable, call me Naviru.
Offer food and he pulls a complete 180.
You were in the middle of a ritual, right? I'll help you out.
It looks like this feline is here to stay. So, let's get the ritual back underway. Oh, sacred stone. Awaken!
Oh my goodness. Select the hatch egg in that egg cart to hatch your eggs. Sure who wants to have may receive stat bonus based on the set. Select egg fragments to assemble eggs and hatch new monsters. You can find egg fragments scattered through the world or win them in network battles. Good to know. Let's hatch an egg. Velocitron. Man.
Oh, this deserves congratulation. And maybe even a standing ovation. You did well to form a kinship bond with this monster of whom you are so fond. Now you've a Monstie stood by your side. Care for it well, as is a rider's pride.
Riders forming kinship with monsters, a tradition older than time. And an old man who speaks only in rhyme. Now I'm doing it too. Awesome!
Not you two. In any case, the ceremony, a kinship stone must be purified before it can reveal its hidden power. You have to cleanse the kinship stone in the waterfall at the Mount Pondry Caves.
Interesting. Cool.
If you can't pass this trial, you won't be allowed to complete. So, kiddo, will you accept this challenge?
All right!
That's the correct answer. Come to the village gate when you've made your preparations.
Uh-oh. Alright, y'all. we're gonna kind of call it here. Oops, we need to save it first. Anyways, as I was saying, I'm going to kind of call it here. We've been on for roughly 3 hours. Again, guys, if you can help Nintendo Prime out, that would be awesome. I mean, doesn't look like they're going home today, so they're definitely going to need some help. So let's be that help, whether it's in prayer, whether it's financially, whether it's a card to the kids. Honestly, you know, Aiden's in the hospital, but you know they've still got 2 other kids who are equally probably hurting and worried for their brother. So, you know, don't forget to say some prayers through the day. Definitely tonight. I know some of you already have been. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas of what's left of your Christmas. You are so welcome, Sakino. I am probably going to play some more offline. I want to make sure that everybody's settled and or see if we play our new game that my mom got us. She got us a something about a meme game. It's a cardboard game kind of situation. Anyways, I haven't played a new game in a while, so we'll probably go do that. So, Merry Christmas, everybody. Thanks for stopping in, hanging out. Again, you know, I will do my best to update Discord today. If Nate posts any more. Tomorrow I'll be out of commission, so watch for somebody to try to get on X and, you know, update everybody as best as possible. And I'll definitely make sure my mods know that, hey, if you got a Twitter account, please post on here. And when I get into recovery and I'm a little more with it, I'll definitely check in and see what everything's going on. So, love to all. Merry Christmas. Hope what's left of your all's day is blessed. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, relaxing time. Roger, Merry Christmas. When you start traveling back to Texas, you be safe. And I'll see you all on the other side. Bye.